second to the last episode of 30 Days of Podcasting, where we have released episodes every single day for the month of July 2021 in order to bring you from a inexperienced, uncertain newbie in podcasting to having a show that you're proud of, something that you can say, I did this and it was great. So today, we're going to talk about something that cost money. So if you are just starting out and you have no budget, this might not be for you, but it may be someday. So don't just tune out or check out and say, I'll catch this later, because this is something that could change your show. It could revolutionize the way that you do your show. And that is outsourcing. It's getting someone to help you with your show's production, a virtual assistant, a remote producer or editor, a blogger, copywriter, someone to manage your social media. All of this can basically make your podcast on autopilot. You plan the content, you record the show, and then it's just done. It's all done for you. You can even have people schedule your interviews for you and do the pre-interview notification and prepping for the guest. And then you just show up, have a little chat with someone, and you're done. Everything else is done for you. It's really remarkable when it works well. Outsourcing is really the key to make your podcast work for you instead of you working for your show. There's really no way to explain the exponential growth that you can pour into your show once you start outsourcing, because the time that it took you to edit is gone. It's just gone. You have that time back that you can invest in your area of expertise, your zone of genius, as a lot of people say. The area that makes you uniquely you, your unique value proposition. You can pour all of that energy back into that because you don't have to edit anymore. You don't have to schedule guests and track them down and keep up email calendars and play email tag back and forth until you guys land on a date or all of that. It's done for you. It's pretty remarkable. What about copywriting? If you have a blog, then you're transcribing these and posting blog posts or show notes. It can all be done for you so that you just show up, record, and leave. It's remarkable. So where are all of these magical people? They're on the internet. There's a number of places to find help in these areas. Upwork, Fiverr are two of the most popular to look for places. You can post the job as an official job posting if you have the budget for it, and on job search sites like Indeed or Monster. LinkedIn has a lot of job postings as well. So wherever you're comfortable looking for help, there's people there who are willing to do it. I guarantee. There's a little bit of delicacy with finding the right person for your show. Just like any other business agreement, you want to make sure that you're hiring the right person for your show. With Fiverr, you can get someone to edit a show for $20. That's cheap. It's really cheap. But you get what you pay for. There's no telling when, where, the quality. Is there going to be a language barrier where if you ask them to do something a specific way, are they going to do it that way? I don't know. Really vet your candidates before you give them money. Make sure that you're going to get what you expect. Whenever you're working with a freelancer and you want the job done the right way, ask good questions of your freelancer before you ever step into any agreement. Ask them kind of what their method is. What do they like to do with files once they get them? How do they process audio to make it sound the best it can? How do they feel about reworks, or giving you a first pass so that you can listen to it and say, hey, we need to tighten this up in this area and this area. So really vet your candidates to make sure they are who you want, because this is your podcast. If you're going to be outsourcing to make your life easier, it needs to be easier. You don't need to be, worrying about, is it going to be done right? Is it going to be exactly how I want it to be? Set the expectations before you start and execute them. And then once you have someone that you're comfortable with, don't worry about it. Just don't. If you have an editor and you know that you trust that editor, let them edit. If you have a copywriter who you have vetted and you've tested and you've had a few sample runs with them, let them write the copy. Just let them do it. Because at the end of the day, some of this nitty-gritty stuff that we worry about, because it's our show, it's our baby, we've put so much time and effort and energy into making sure every single thing is just so, most of those things don't matter. If your blog that you're getting copywriters for is just the transcript, word for word from the episode, it's probably fine. You're going to get the SEO points for it. You're going to get the content production points for it in search engines. Are a million people going to read it? Probably not. If you have phenomenal copy that is bullet points and great headings and subheadings and summaries and pop out quotes and images, are a million people going to read it? Probably not. So make podcasting on autopilot as much as possible. Whatever parts you don't excel at, you don't love, maybe the parts that you spend more time than you should, outsource them. Pass on the work. There are a ton of hungry people ready to work for you. So know what you're getting. A VA, a virtual assistant, they can do pretty much anything for your show. You could even get people to host your show if you wanted. If you wanted to be completely hands off and just pay for everything, you could do that. You can do that. You can hire voice actors that will host your show for you. It's ridiculous that you can have an entire show done without doing any of it. Why would you do that? Well, if you're a business and you just don't have the time, you know what your show needs to do, but you don't have the time to do it. You know the benefits that it will bring your business with referrals or affiliates or whatever. It might be worth it to outsource the whole thing. 99.99% of us, though, that doesn't make sense for us. Because most of you're not doing this for a business for the referrals. You're doing this because you love what you're doing. You love what you're going to talk about. You love that connection with people. If you have a business or an affiliate, your voice is the voice that's connecting to your audience, to your client base, to your customers. So it doesn't make sense to outsource that. But the rest, do it. Make it easier. Podcasting is so much. It's almost every aspect of digital media production. It can be. You've got graphic design, writing, web design, audio engineering, editing, video production, editing, so much stuff, SEO, keywords, long tail keywords, description write-ups that catch people, dropping your affiliate links in the right places to get the most conversion, email marketing. It goes on and on and on. And if you try to do it all, you're going to get burned out and you're going to quit. And we don't want you to quit. That's why we've spent so much time building our foundation and building the layers on top, building the walls, the roof, furnishing it with pretty things so that your podcast doesn't fade, so that it can last and produce for you and be the community that you want it to be. And in order to do that, you've got to build a team around you. Over time, you have to build a team. Starting out, you don't, because you're not doing everything. You might be doing a lot of things, but you're not doing everything. But as you grow, as you produce more and you start to monetize, you have a little money to hire out some help, hire the help, and make sure that they're the right people for the job. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, and that's because I am, because this is critical for long-term success. If you want your show to thrive long-term, to go the distance for years, you're going to need help, and that's okay. Take what you have, grow it. It's the natural progression. And then you can start another show if you want to, if you have that itch and you're like, oh, I just need to be editing. I need to be in Reaper. I need to cut those waves. You could start another one. That's fine too. but focus, don't lose what you're doing, and make it great. And that's going to wrap us up for day 29 of 30 Days of Podcasting. Tomorrow, we're going to wrap all of this up in a conversation about workflow. Just how do I conceptualize all of this and keep track of, I got interviews over here and I got this here and I need to edit on Tuesday and produce on, how do we keep it all manageable? So come back tomorrow for the final episode of 30 Days of Podcasting, for the final 30-day installment of season 1, and I'll see you then. Hey guys, make sure you subscribe, like the video to help out the algorithms, and hit the bell if you want notifications whenever we drop a new episode, which is every day for the month of July. If you want a longer format or audio-only version, check us out wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google Play, Audible, all the places. We're there. So check it out, and we will see you soon.